jolly good morning to you from a beautiful, sunny, crisp autumn morning here in Vilnius in Lithuania. It's about 1 degree. In fact, actually, the sign has now said it's gone up to 3 degrees Celsius. But it's still a beautiful day, fantastic day for walking, and a fantastic day for going out to visit some of the stuff outside of the big cities that Lithuania has to offer. And today I'm going to a place called Trakai. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's about a 35-minute train ride from here. There will be no train reviews. There's a train, it's Lithuanian. It's comfortable, it's warm, it's got Wi-Fi, it's got toilets, and on most of them staff come around, make sure you're okay, and offer you the benefits of the buffet bar and will bring it to your seat. Can't really ask for more than that on a commuter service. However, so that's it. Shan't be wandering into the toilets, showing you puddles of wee on the floor, or worse, in the pan. Like some do, because that's what will happen if I go looking in those places. But I have to say, in the defence of the Lithuanian trains I've thus far been on, they've always been spick and span and clean, so maybe that wouldn't happen. For rail enthusiasts, or train enthusiasts, there's a steam train over there. There you go. Enjoy. So if you come to Vilnius, you might be able to get over there and have a closer look at it. Not really my bag. I'm going to head over to platform number 4, track 9, which is over there somewhere. I can see a train actually in that general vicinity, so that's probably mine. I'm going to wander over. It goes in 10 minutes. I'm going to find a nice seat on the upper deck. If it's, I just can't see from here actually, but if it's like this one here, the one going off to Kaunas shortly, a lot of them are double-decker trains, and you're by far better off on the higher level if you can. You get a lovely view out of the window. Right, I'll catch you when we get to Trakai, and I'll tell you what there is to see that I mentioned before in my other videos around Vilnius, Kaunas, and so on. Subscribe if you want to catch those; they should be out already. But this is 9 o'clock on a work day, on a midweek work day in the capital city at the main railway station. Man, I'll tell you, I mean, it's, you know, there's not that many trains. There's the number of trains departing between now and 11:20. So yeah, so it's not a comprehensive service, so to speak. Is track 4? I don't know. No, I think I've gone the wrong way. Next one. Too busy talking. Yeah. Platform 4. Track 9. Yeah, so I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And it's a shame really, because the service they've got is pretty good, but it is quite sparse. And welcome to Trakai. Well, that was a nice little 35-minute ride. Not sure which direction I'm going on, but first of all, I'm going off to look at this lake over here. Take a few pickies and head off to the castles. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, there are 2 castles here. One on the peninsula, it says Peninsula Castle, and one on an island castle, which sounds very interesting. There's a combo ticket you can get to visit both, which is dependent on which website you look at. Is either 12 euros or 13, but that seems like a fairly reasonable price for such to visit 2 castles and museums. So I'll be going to do that. I think everybody on the train looks like they're probably going to the same thing. What a fabulous little station. Absolutely brilliant. At the end of the line there, no buffer stops, just, oh yes there is, I can just see one there, buried in the soil. And I mean, it's great. I popped to the loo on there, and what train has an actual toilet brush in it, a physical toilet brush like you would have in your home? I mean, if that was in Britain, they just wouldn't last 2 minutes, would it? They'll be all over the place, used as weapons, I don't know, but here, no. Anyway, let's let's head off to Trakai, and go and visit these castles. I already love this place and I've only been here 5 minutes. I don't know if you can see the mist or steam coming off the water. I don't know if it's warm springs feed it or something, but it's a very crisp cold day today. It's probably about 4 Celsius now, and the water is clearly warmer than that, and it's got this sort of slightly eerie mist blowing across it, or steam. I'm not sure if it's going to come out on the camera or not, but it's great. And in fact, I think if you've been here perhaps a couple of hours ago at sunrise, that would have been even more spectacular. Fantastic. Anyway, I seem to be back of the queue now. I don't think he'll be too busy trying to get in here today. I love autumn. At this time of the sort of middle of autumn, just as the leaves are starting to fall. Not quite doing that just yet back in the UK, but they definitely are here. Look at that, beautiful. I hope that catches it a bit better. Right, I've come to this really helpful map actually, a map of Trakai. Now Google Maps, so the railway station's just there and I've just walked around the lake, just shown you some pictures, and I'm currently stood here. Google Maps wants to send me that way, but obviously everyone seems to have headed off in that direction. I wonder why. Walk around the lake, it's a no-brainer. I'm not in any hurry today, so looks like there's even a beach against this lake here. Little umbrella there, that'll be interesting. Doubt there'll be too many on it today. And here's Trakai Market. Might have a quick peek in here before I go, see what there is. But yeah, walk around the lake and get to the first castle on the peninsula, which is there, I think. And then further on to the castle on the island, which is up here. So it opens about 10, it's about 10 to 10 now, but I'm going to be in another half an hour before I get to there. So off we go. I have to say, I've been blown away by the beauty of Lithuania, the small number of places I've actually been to, and how quiet it is a lot of the time. As I say earlier on at the station, the central station of the capital city, and this is absolutely stunning. What a beautiful morning to be walking by a lake here, almost in the very geographical centre of Europe. Yes, that is the case. It is here in Lithuania. And in fact, there's another video out if you're interested on my trek to go and find this particular spot. It wasn't without a challenge or two. Yeah, if you subscribe or you look at the channel, you should be able to find that. I believe it should be out before this one. So enjoy that. But by a sort of quirk of fate really, I've ended up with an extra few days here in Lithuania instead of Latvia, which I'm absolutely delighted about. Plans for Latvia can wait for another day. Great part of the world, great fun, and really beautiful. And I've been completely left behind by the small number of people that were on the train that were clearly all coming to exactly the same place as me, or going to the same place as me. They're off, they've gone. But as I say, I'm in no great hurry today. I noticed the big Rimi supermarket right quite close to the railway station, which will be somewhere to go and stock up with some snacks and things later. I've got a bit of time to kill. Look at this. Some absolutely stunning houses here overlooking the lake. I've got no idea how much it would cost to have one, but I imagine they don't come cheap. You're so close to the capital city here, and this is absolutely stunning. Over there I can see some pedalos parked up. As I say, a lot of lakes in Europe that are used as have beaches on them, and this is no exception. Looks like it would be quite popular in the summer months. So when you get to this area where people must congregate to sit by the lake and so on, there's a few rudimentary facilities here, which includes the sign saying WC and changing rooms. That changing room seems to be that wooden thing there, and I think that's the WC. And an outdoor gym. Looks like old school outdoor gym as well. And some equipment over there which looks to me like it might well be used for barbecuing meat. Or something along those lines anyway. And even an outdoor, what do you call that, water polo? I'm not sure how warm that water's going to be even in the summer. Maybe it's really warm actually. I mean, there is still the steam sort of coming off it has kind of dispersed a bit now. But I can't imagine the temperature of the water is that much higher than this outside air temperature we've got at the moment. Whoa. I need 20 Celsius for jumping in water minimum. That's how big of a wuss I am. Now then, we seem to have a diversion on here. The footpath around there seems to be closed, so I'll just follow the signs. Apilanka. What does that mean? Diversion this way. We'll just follow the arrows. I was hoping to see that big boat that's just over there, but I'm not going to get round to that, unfortunately. What amazes me when I just kind of have a little random look to see where to go. Obviously, I've heard of Kaunas, heard of Vilnius, and one or two other places here in Lithuania, but I've never heard of Trakai. Never ever has it entered my sphere. And I just sort of stumbled across it as a good place to maybe visit for the day. It's an absolutely stunning place, beautiful beyond words. So top result today. This old school Coca-Cola sign hanging up there. I'd noticed a couple of tourist buses actually, tourist coaches. So maybe these castles will be busier than I think they're going to be. Well, we appear to have arrived at the castle on the peninsula. I'm guessing that's it there, or part of it. Just going to go and work out about getting some tickets and have a little look around. Just trying to avoid a group of school children just to my right for obvious reasons. Nice boat here. Now, I've just spoken to one of the friendly locals, and they weren't sure how you get into the castle that's just behind me, because there are two, that one, but there is a museum round the other side of it. Perhaps that's how you get in there, but I'm going to go to the main castle first, or the island castle, which is walking across a bridge over there. So I'm going to head there now and then hopefully go into the one I was going to go in first later on. All a bit confusing. Signage is pretty good, it's just that it led me to a door that said, well, it didn't say the castle was closed, it said no access via this entrance, so I don't know where the actual entrance is, but I'll come back to that. I'm just enjoying walking around this beautiful lake. I imagine this does get quite busy in summer. So it should. It'd be an absolute tragedy if it didn't. Well, there's the bridge that takes you across. I have a feeling there's a second bridge that takes you on a bit further. You can't actually see the castle from here. This is nice and intriguing. I wonder how much these pedalos get used in the summer months. Probably that's a hive of activity here. So yeah, oh, there's a coffee van there. That will be being visited shortly. There you go, power tool goes off as soon as the video, of course. Nice to see Ukraine is being supported on the side of the castle. There's tons of support for Ukraine here on all the buses, all the public buildings and loads of other places too, which is good to see. They are quite close neighbours. There's actually frost on this bridge still, even though the temperature is probably up to about 5 Celsius now. This is the second of the two bridges to get across to the castle. I mean, just look at that. This is the main castle. The other one appears to be more of a kind of a secondary attraction. Couldn't think of the word there for a minute. And just look at that. I am going to enjoy a hot cup of coffee and a couple of those pasties later on. Not the biggest pasties in the world, has to be said, so I'm going to have at least 2, possibly 3, because I'm greedy. But first of all, I'm going to look around this absolutely stunning looking castle. Hopefully that's coming out beautifully on the video. It certainly looks like it should be, and the skies today, absolutely gorgeous. Right, inside, a few power tools on the go here. Doing a bit of renovation work over there. I'm just going to go for a slow wander around, and I'll add some photos and some video to go with it as I go. But as I know absolutely nothing about this place, I'm not going to just waffle on and talk needlessly about nothing. You can see for yourself, but this is absolutely, I would say, a must-do place if you come to Vilnius and you like historical buildings and castles and so on. Absolutely. funky Instagrammers in here, I think. With those Instagram type poses going on. I'd look utterly ridiculous if I did that. I'll do it for charity. Oh, there's a big group coming in now. And tour guide there. The museum here has certainly got some interesting artifacts in there to look at. You can spend hours and hours and hours, but obviously don't have hours and hours and hours. So I'm just going to go up here now, see how far up there we can get. Held back from going there for a little while because a couple of large tour groups went up there, so sometimes you end up getting sort of stuck amongst that. Anyway, let's go and have a look. Incidentally, for anyone interested, the train fare out here from Vilnius is for a 35-minute train ride is €2.80 each way. That's for adults. Discounts for kids and senior citizens and so on. I'm guessing this is a slight downside at the moment. Off season, there's a lot of renovation work going on, as you can probably hear and see. Not sure how much this is going to affect the experience of being in this part of the castle, but it is still worthy of a visit. And slightly confusing map of which route you're supposed to take, but I guess entrance. Everyone else seems to have gone the other way though, which is strange. That's also the exit, so I don't know. A bit like a building site though. It's worthwhile mentioning that while there is a lift to get you into this part, I've just banged my head. There is a lift to get you into this part of the castle. I'd say once you're in here, if you've got mobility issues, you are going to struggle a little bit. As you can see, there's not least the fact that there's some building works going on at the moment, which means there's some temporary steps and one or two things like that, but there are also these steps here, which, as you can see, are very steep, and I wouldn't like to meet anyone coming the other way, which is it's the only way up and down. I'll try not to bang my head again. You might well be good fun on a busy day. Right, so is the castle on the island, or the island castle, worthy of a visit? Absolutely. Some fantastic artifacts in the museum, in the buildings here, which you can spend hours looking at if you wish. Slightly diminished at the moment with the renovation works going on, but of course that has to happen at some point. So there's a bit of power tool noise if you come at the weekend. I don't suppose they're doing that. However, there are certain sections that are sealed off. I'm not sure if I can go up into that bit there. I'm going to go and have a look and see. But there are one or two sections sealed off, and there's some additional walkways been put in. And so, but yeah, get yourself down here. I'm going to take a slow stroll, very slow stroll via the Pastivan, as I'm going to have to call it, because I can't remember what the Lithuanian word is now. Back to the station and head back to Vilnius. I will add various bits and pieces along the way as I see them. Chatting to one of the locals, I don't think it's really worthy of my efforts to go to the other castle. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is take a walk around the outside of this one here, around the island, as it's absolutely stunning, before I head back over the bridge. I'm hoping that little food truck's still there. I'm sure he will be. He's over the second bridge on the mainland, so to speak. Right, let's have a little walk round here. I hope that colonnaded mansion that I just posted a photograph of just prior to this came out okay. I had to use a lot of zoom. It's right the other side of the lake, and apparently you can go in and visit and have a look around. I've absolutely not got time for that today. I'm not even sure how long it would take to get round to it. There does seem to be a lake boat operating, so perhaps you get over that way, but worth looking into. You'll find it on Google if you have a look on Google Maps. I'm going to just make do with this stunning walk through this beautiful part of Lithuania, I have to say, and I feel rather ashamed I've never heard of it before, but there you go. You live and learn every day. There's the colonnaded mansion again. Looks splendid over there. Fantastic views across the lake towards the castle. I'm sure that's a fine view as well. When you come here on the train from Vilnius, the last station is Trakai, surprisingly enough. There is a station called Seniai Trakai. I'm not sure if that's translates to Old Trakai, but there's a fort there that you can go and visit. Again, not really got time today to make my way all the way to there, but that will be an interesting option to add to any itinerary out here. You could walk there. It'd take you about 1 hour and 3/4 from where I'm stood now, and then of course you need to allow time to have a look around. I've just about got 1 hour and 3/4, but it would leave me with 0 time to look around, so doesn't seem to be much point. And then of course you can get the train from there back to Vilnius. If you time it right, it should work nicely for you. So that's the lap of the island and the castle complete. Gonna head back over. There's a guy there with a captain's hat on, presumably doing boat trips to somewhere around the lake. Lunch. Certainly our boat's operating, even on this October Thursday morning. Don't know where they're going to. Trips by boat. really say. Oh, maybe it does. Explored it. Trakai Lakes. Just a boat tripper all around it, I suppose. Just waiting for my little pasties and some chicken broth to be warmed up, and then lunch will be served. So I bought myself 3 of these because I am feeling very peckish. One which was advertised as gourmet with mutton in it, i.e. Slightly more expensive contents, chicken and mushroom, and a pork and cheese, and also an absolutely delicious cup of chicken broth. €11.90, which, well, assuming that these taste as good as they look and smell, is an absolute bargain. I haven't actually bitten into one yet because they are very hot, so I'm just letting them cool down just a little bit, and then I'll give you my verdict in a few minutes. They smell absolutely fabulous. Well, this is the mutton one, and that is absolutely gorgeous. As good as any British pasty or baked slice that I've ever had. And I think that was €3.90 on its own. As I say, that was the gourmet one. The other 2 pasties were, I think, £2.50 each, and similar for the broth, which is also fabulous. And I've had a bit of an upset stomach for a couple of days, and as you may well know, chicken broth normally is just got attacked by a wasp there. Nearly lost the whole lot. Yeah, chicken broth's quite good for an upset stomach, so this tastes absolutely beautiful, nice and chickeny flavoured with a bit of salt in it as well, and pepper, fantastic. So hopefully that will settle the old tummy down a little bit, and then I'm going to walk back towards the Holocaust site, I think, and the station very slowly, so I can get the train that I've been hoping. Well, they were absolutely immense. What can I say? A bit greedy having 3, to be honest. 2 probably would have been good enough, but this was kind of breakfast and lunch thrown into one, so I don't feel too guilty. And for the benefit of research, 3 was probably a good idea. Certainly couldn't have eaten a 4th. If I'd been super greedy and had that, then I'm pretty sure I'd have not eaten them all. The standout was the gourmet one, the mutton. Absolutely beautiful. The other 2 were fantastic as well, and they are as good as any British pasty or empanada that I've ever had ever, and I certainly will be having those again on future visits to Lithuania. So I'm just going to have a little wander about here now. I need to walk some of that off, and look at the quaint old buildings, fantastic, and begin my slow stroll back towards the station. Kibbenai, they're called, Kibbenai, and yeah, you'll see them around, I guess. I've not seen too many in Vilnius, but to be honest, I've not really been in any bakeries, but I imagine that's where you would find them. But that lady there who with the food truck, they were all homemade broth, homemade everything, and it tasted like it too. So absolutely wonderful. Right. I think basically that's the end of town, so I'm going to turn around, head back in this general direction, nice and slowly. For my money, a day like today, midweek in October, when the weather is absolutely fantastic, a bit on the cool side, I grant you, but it's certainly not cold. And if you've got the right clothes on anyway, it's not going to be an issue. It's got to be the best time to come here. The trees look fantastic. It's just got a great vibe about it, and not too busy. I imagine, of course, it does get a lot busier than this in the peak summer months. And I can imagine on a hot day it wouldn't be quite as pleasant walking about. But here today, absolutely stunning weather. And the funny thing is, as well, from my perspective at least, is that I actually shouldn't even be here. I should be in Riga now, preparing to come back to Vilnius to return back to the UK tomorrow. So one way or the other, Air Baltic, thank you very much. You've done me a turn. Riga, as I said before, can wait until another day, and I'll go back. Got some unfinished business there, a few places I want to go and see in the beautiful country of Latvia. But for the time being, I'm going to finish off here, head back to the station now, and I'll be back to Lithuania. There is absolutely no doubt about that whatsoever. I've got unfinished business here too, and in Estonia. What a fantastic part of the world, and thoroughly enjoyed all my trips to this neck of the woods so far. More to come. So here we are at the end of my fifth, if you include an additional little short video from here in Lithuania. Check out my channel if you want to have a look at any of the others. What do I think of Lithuania to start with? Absolutely fantastic country. Quiet, peaceful, calm, kind, friendly people that are always willing to practice their English, particularly the younger generation. Older generation of my age, brought up in a completely different era, so we're taught a different language at school. But many that had to learn English for work purposes or something like that, or worked in the tourism industry, all speak fantastic English, and fair play to them for that. But the country as a whole, well worth exploring. I've still got some unfinished business to do here, as I've already said, and I'll be back before too long. I mean, just look at this place, it's absolutely stunning. And I'm just going to hop back on the little train now, back to Vilnius. I mean, to think that where I am now is more or less the equivalent of going from central London to Watford, if you know London. And Watford doesn't look like this, I can assure you of that. If you've ever been, you'll know what I mean. So, yeah, great country. Sorry, Latvia, I didn't catch you this time. I'll be back soon, absolutely. And Estonia, I'm on my way to. Thanks for watching this video. Check out some of the others. Press like, subscribe, the yellow bell. You know the drill. And thank you for watching. Cheers for now. Bye bye from Lithuania, and in particular Trakai. Beautiful place.